All right, welcome everyone to Redmond Royals versus Kirkland Knight Riders, match number 4. We've had Kirkland Knight Riders won all the 3 matches that they've played before. So this is Redmond Royals' chance to make sure it's not a whitewash and they're able to kind of contribute something in terms of their wins. The toss, Samambai, who won the toss?
Redmond Royals.
Redmond Royals won the toss and elected to bat first. So Redmond Royals won the toss and they elected to bat first. And in the commentary box here with me is Tapas Mishra. Hello Tapas bhai.
Hey Jagan, looks like good weather and excited to watch this match.
Yeah, beautiful tape to play cricket. Again, we got 4 cameras set up. One camera is not on yet, but the others are. So we will kind of wait for the camera number 1 to get started soon. But we have our main camera, which is our camera number 3. We have the ball of view camera, which is camera number 2, and we have one camera on one end, which is basically in the dugout right next to us. This is camera number 4. And when Amit comes back, he'll be turning on this camera number 1 on, which is basically blank right now. But again, 4 cameras set up today. And we'll be switching between these cameras, making sure that you guys are getting the best live presentation out here. The scorecard will come in soon. We see Amit walking over to the camera number 1, and soon we'll have match live streaming for that. Damu seems to be our umpire today, and he does not have a mask on, so we cannot evaluate what kind of a mask he has. Yesterday, Sri Kanapalli had a mask that looked like a beard. It could have been a Halloween theme as well. Right now, there's no such mask that Damu is wearing. That means there's no mask evaluation today.
And if
Looks
you
like
noticed,
Sita is going to be the leg umpire.
if you noticed, Jagan, Redmond Royals have gone with a change in batting order. So
So camera 1 is on. There's the commentary box right there with Seattle Seahawks 10th. So I think pretty soon the scoring will come on and we'll know. Ball number 1. They can run up.
You guys able to see that?
Yeah. Ball number 1. The ball stays low. Doesn't bounce at all. That's been a little tricky one. There is Amit Contractor on that camera. We need to figure out who's on camera number 4. Looks like this is a still camera right now. Maybe there's no one manning that. That's a well played shot and well fielded there by Aki. It's so important that the shots are being captured nicely as soon as they're hit. by the camera, by the cutter, by the fielder. Everybody's capturing those shots.
Is it muted?
No.
Are you not able to? I played some time back. I was able to listen.
Listen.
Yeah.
That's a wide ball.
Which camera?
A massive wide.
Ball 493. Are you going someone then?
Ram does good job on that.
Okay.
Ram is good on that.
Okay. Ram. What is the mute button?
The mute button. We are off mute right now, guys. So we are going to try and repeat everything we have said so far.
And it's going to be a lot of work for Mr. Arvind.
Well, sorry guys, we had the mute button on without us noticing that.
And thanks to Jagan for letting us know.
He came all the way from the parking lot to let us know that we were indeed on mute. So that was nice of him. And looks like we are at the end of 5 overs, 15 for the loss of 1 wicket. That was Dhruv who was run out, direct hit from Akhilesh. And Sid has come in at number 3 today. And the last over is probably the over which got few runs on the board for Redmond Royals. And it'll be good to see if they're going to pick that momentum up from there on and start putting some runs on the board. Krish has been bowling really well. Okay. The commentator is still commenting on the first wicket.
Yeah.
He doesn't like it, and rightly so.
Yep.
There was no run there.
And the other part is, if you decide to make a run, you do not have a lot of time to hesitate, decide. You just commit for it, and 99% of chance that if you commit to it,
You'll make it.
you'll make it.
Because the chances
It's
of
just the hesitation.
a
is
direct
where-
run out there is and what I find aggravating as a parent, I have to say, is you could have made a mistake, a mental error, but then you still have to give yourself every chance. Oh, beautiful shot. Well fielded, one more. Oh,
That was a bad throw.
whoa, that was, the batting team got away there.
Yeah.
Hit to the left of short third man. The ball was well fielded. The throw though was a little bit errant, which meant that it went left of the keeper. The batsman had the opportunity to get back. But that was a great example of why, even after a misjudgment, as a batsman, you have to give it all and rush back to the crease.
Also,
Because in
these
case the
kids-
throw isn't direct,
Also, these kids are playing maybe for the first time with each other. I remember Arjun Bhatt, Dhruv getting run out previous over as well, and this again was a very bad call. This probably was a non-striker's call, and there was probably a run in there. Sid almost ran all the way, said hello to Arjun and went back. So I think they got to know each other as teammates, understand their strengths and weaknesses, and that'll take some time.
That's true. That's true.
It's a wide ball.
But when the kids are playing at under 16 level, I would respect a lot of their judgment at this age. Like if they're thinking there is a run, definitely there is a run. That's how I read it. It's just that the right coordination and commitment to make sure that happens has to be there.
yes,
They
and
played enough.
that's true. And you just have to be decisive either way. Oh, that ball took off. That was
Yeah, we
surprising
have-
bounce there.
We've had some balls in yesterday's U13 game as well that have taken off from good length and short of good length, and probably the sun is
I see.
making that happen, Arvind, because
pitch going up.
otherwise we are so used to having a damp wicket most of the times.
Okay.
Yeah, good point, Salman Bhai. I mean, it's been pretty dry out here for the past week, I would say, which meant that our flex pitch hasn't soaked in as much water as it normally does. So a little bit more truer bounce. Now, for the balls really pitched up, I see some keeping low as well. So this is going to keep the batsmen on their toes. Conversely, for the bowlers, it means that sticking to an off-stump line is going to pay dividends because your LBW is always going to be in motion, in play.
Yeah, and I think after that first ball that they played and tried to get for the run, hesitation, Sid just played out the next 5 balls, dot balls. And again, this is all mental things that they need to kind of figure out how they're going to get out of that situations.
Yeah, tight contest. I don't know if it's going to be tighter than tomorrow's contest. Or day after tomorrow, I should say.
The day after. Well, we shall see, Arvind.
I'm getting plenty of encouragement to continue focusing on the right contest. Oh,
I'm sure
that was an
otherwise-
interesting
Yeah.
reaction. I like the tactic of the bowling team here. They know that the batsmen aren't by nature aggressive, hence they're not giving much pace on the ball. Attacking with Vedant and Krish instead of their regular stock opening pair. Again, hesitation there. But this time, Sid didn't want anything to do with that, sending the batsman back. Right call, I should say. So going back to the important contest for the week on Tuesday, we know what the battleground states are. It's been interesting to read up on. Oh,
That's a wide ball.
wide ball down the offside. That again kept low a little bit. The rules of every state are so widely different. What I hear is that
Yeah, Arvind, what were you saying?
the balls aren't going to be counted in time in a few crucial states, Pennsylvania especially. Oh, wonderful shot! Right over extra cover. I want to say actually proper cover for 4. Gutsy shot, Ishan by Arjun. Over the outstretched hands of Surya. I would not term that a chance though. It was a good shot, timed well, good balance, leaning into the shot, lofting it over cover to the cover boundary for a 4.
Yeah, good to see Arjun taking some initiative there. He's been there for some time now. He's faced 19-20 balls, and he knows that there needs to be some runs on the board, and it's good to see him thinking about it. And that was a nicely executed shot. And same thing again.
Another 4,
And that
back-to-back
was some
4s.
shot.
That almost carried for a 6. Beautiful. That's what confidence does to a batsman. He's got his eye in. He knew that the ball wasn't moving much in the air, which meant that he could go through with the shot. So he wasn't to the pitch of that ball, played it almost on the up, on the rise, but trusted the bounce, trusted the line, and went through with the shot. So over mid-off for a 4. It's going to be interesting to see whether that's going to bring about a fielding change.
Well, it definitely brought about a conference in the middle of the pitch right there. And it'll be interesting to see if they make a full change, which I'm sure they will. And you could see that Arjun is going, because of the full balls that Vedant is bowling, he's going straight down the wicket. But looks like not a big change here. It's just a little bit of a change from moving from deep point to deep cover area. So not a big change, Arvind.
That's
I would
true.
say.
I think, you know, good contest. Oh, one more confusion over there.
Confusion.
Ball watching by Arjun. Sid was halfway down the wicket. Again, these are good lessons to be learned. The run was on, but in the end, since Arjun didn't get a start, he did well not to take off. Going back, good comeback by Vedant. Couldn't quite pull the length back, but a line was a little bit on middle and leg. Shot straight to the fielder.
Yeah, that's true. I thought Arjun missed out on that opportunity there. Previous ball, full toss, leg side. He had to just place that ball. Unfortunately, got the fielder that time. Didn't get the right timing on it. Should have rotated the strike, and that would have put a little more pressure on them. And that's what they got to do while they're getting some momentum. While, as you said, they're continuing with Krish, who's been bowling really well today.
Definitely. One more wicket is going to do. Is going to set them back seriously. No, MLC.
MLC is the app that we are using for scoring, as you all know. If you are not following the video, which is a shame by the way, then you could follow it on MLC app.
So Salman, do you think a score of 200 is possible?
Good question there. Nice shot, but lovely fielding from Anshu. Oh, good job there.
That was a certain four. Beautiful fielding, throwing himself to the right, one-handed grab, limiting what was a certain four to a single. Wonderful fielding. The commitment and the aggression there, all to see. And these tough grounds really enable you to throw yourself. Oh, well played. Soft hands. Soft hands, gliding that to short third man.
Arvind, I
The
would
quick
say
thing.
the fielding has been brilliant today so far.
Very true. The fielding has been sharp, and they've probably saved around 78 runs now,
Definitely.
and brought about the fall of a wicket too. Yeah, Krish is bowling well, unquestionably. Good lines. Sticking to that fourth stump on the channel, forcing the batsman to take risks. You could see Sid there, found backward point. It's a good committed offside field. A short third man, a fine point, covers, cover point, and mid off on the offside. It's a wonderful day here. Sunny skies, no clouds around. It's not yet gotten cold. It's a wonderful day for cricket. At least the first half, I think, is going to be glorious conditions. Shot of good length. Ball really didn't rise much. Not much pace on the ball. So that's the thing with these bowlers. Both for Vedant and Krish, the batsman has to manufacture the pace. On the offside field, there's a good shot there again, but unable to cover Pierce mid-off, straight to mid-off. Vernon stationed for that shot. Yeah, Sid has looked really good. Had no problems building the ball from get-go.
Are you
At this
switching?
point in time, both batsmen have their eyes set, and now it's a question of timing and rotating singles. Is that going to be a change of bowling? Yes, there is. Anshu is going to be pressed in the attack. Anshu bowls brisk, right arm, fast medium.
Angle change karo. Camera angle, guys. Control.
This is the camera angle. So yeah, Anshu has a very natural outswinger. Now, conditions today, I don't think the ball is swinging much. But Anshu can get a very good late outswinger going. He can swing the ball both ways, make no mistake. And he's pretty nippy too. There have been several batsmen caught unawares today in this season. I especially remember a beautiful in-swinger to Advait, where Advait got lost middle and leg there. So Anshu is capable of a very good sharp in-swinger to go along with the one that straightens out.
Absolutely.
And he's got a long, vigorous run-up, a very fluid run-up, I should say. Lots of and a small leap at the very end. His bowling action is really good to watch. Ironically enough, Salman Bhai, I remember watching Anshu 3 years back, where the ball would swing from middle stump to perhaps fifth stump. He used to swing the ball prodigiously. The outswinger was phenomenal to watch. Now, as these kids grow taller, their actions change subtle. They're still discovering. Oh, right away, a beautiful ball. That one looked sharp. from the commentary box at covers, that looked very close.
What happened?
That looked very close. The ball, first one, surprising Arjun there with
Very well to see
a
the replay.
beautiful Yorker length ball. Got wrapped on the pads. You
Oh,
think
that
going
was
down the
some-
leg side? You think?
Probably could be the only reason, or some bat on that.
Did you
Because
see the replay?
no, we could not. But that was some first ball.
Again, a beautiful length there. What a wonderful length. Had to dig it out. He's straight away hitting a Yorker length. The batsman hopping on the grease. That's what a change in pace can do. You know, the ball much straighter, fuller, faster. You have to get your head position straight. The batsman has to get hold of the ball, be able to sight it really. A little bit of width on offer there. Squire driven to backward point for a single. That brings Sid on to strike. That has been a strong start for Anshu so far. Good ball again. Meanwhile, Salman Bhai, what do you think about the Indian cricketing selections for all three squads going to Australia in December, January? The T20, ODI, and Test match squads have all been released, and Rohit has been left out of all three squads on account of injury concerns. That's led to quite a controversy. Meanwhile, Anshu's continued bowling a nice length there. So, any thoughts on the Indian selections?
Yeah, interesting that they left Rohit out. But obviously, I'm sure there is a reason, because he's too good a player to be left out. It's Anshu coming in.
Oh, low full toss. An opportunity lost there for the batsman. Couldn't put that away. Arjun admonishing himself for not grabbing that with both hands. Nevertheless, a very good first over from Anshu. Just 2 runs from that. Yeah, Rohit's omission was apparently on injury concerns, but the press had a field day. Meanwhile, we're getting requests from our fans for helping them
Yeah.
with the app.
I expect a whitewash. Australia series.
A whitewash. Why do you think India is going to sweep the series, Tapas?
I somehow think that I don't think we have. That's a good one, Arvind.
But I really like to talk about Rohit Sharma between the break, guys. Between the overs.
Yeah, I know Rohit was dropped, but I don't
think
think
we have
even
some
for test matches
flickering-
and swing conditions in Australia, Rohit is anyway never performed historically. So I think it's. But overall, I think the form of our batsmen.
So Tapas Bhai, you're being pessimistic now. Yes, most of the Indian batsmen are going to be graduating from T20 to the longer forms of the game. The good thing for them, though, is the first leg of the series is going to be T20s and ODIs. So hopefully that gives
okay.
them some time to transition
I see.
before they get into,
I
I want to
see.
say, ping ball cricket, because the first test match in Brisbane is going to be the day-night game. That's going to be an exciting watch.
Okay.
But yeah, you're right, Tapas. It's going to be interesting to see how they transition from the batting friendly conditions of the United Arab Emirates to Australia. And notice in Australia, I expect the conditions to be much different, especially
Should they have
with
picked up Surya Kumar?
Surya Kumar Yadav. Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. So, while
Get to that in a
the
second.
wickets are going to be truer, right? Because of
Oh!
the global what does our president call it? Flu. The flu-like conditions. Oh, what did you say? Oh, it's not the flu. It's supposed to be something else. Shalapa? Oh yeah. No, we're just having some fun there.
Yeah.
And because of the pandemic, there hasn't been much cricket anywhere, which means that wickets wouldn't have been used much, which can only mean one thing: bounce and speed and lift. You can expect that of the Australian wickets.
Absolutely, and it's interesting to see that they have left out Perth from the venues for the test matches. It could be for two reasons. I think they are also feeling that India's pace attack is a pretty potent one. What do you think is the reason for that?
Yes, as Indians, that explanation certainly sounds better to the ear. But Salman, what I heard was, if you look at Perth, Perth is, as you guys might know, in the Western Australian Cricket Association, WACA. They actually have two grounds. Perth is their long-standing ground. They have a second ground that's being built. I hear conversations happening there about turf battles between the Perth wicket and the new one that's coming up. Now, I have to say that if it was a full 5-match series, Perth would have certainly gotten a slot. But it's only 4 matches, and Perth had to lose out this time around, which is really a shame. I love to see the action in Perth. And going back to your point, Salman Bhai, I think India won the last game at Perth. It's the Indian pace attack is something that we counted on, especially when you have all your frontline options available. But this time round, Ishant, as you know, has an abdominal tear, not selected for the 5-match series. He may get back to full health by then and could be factored in. But as of now, you do not have, it's an Ishant-less attack, it's a Bumrah-less attack. It's a Bhuvi-less attack. So Ishant has been a late bloomer. I have to say the last couple of years, he's really come onto the scene. Very consistent. He's never given away runs much in Test match cricket, but he's also been a wicket-taking option for Kohli. Oh, quick single there. That's the way to do it. So the loss of Ishant, I have to say, has been a huge blow for the Indian team. I have to say, in my book, Ishant's loss is even more important than Rohit's.
Yeah, especially
Meanwhile,
for the test games, you're absolutely right, Arvind.
Oh, what a beautiful ball again. Hitting the straps. The run rate hovering around 3 runs and over. 3.2. They have to get going on this. The bowlers have been, I have to say, I love to settle into a rhythm. You have to force the initiative. You have to be a little bit more creative, and it can actually start with taking quick singles.
I agree. I think that's probably what they should be looking at minimum.
Oh, an early no from the umpire. That's always good to watch. It was a no for overstepping. I have to say it was almost no on height as well.
I don't know whether it pitched,
was probably
it's pitched on the grass
Yeah,
or on the pitch.
did
But
it-
anyway, it was a call no
but-
before that. So
That's right. It was overstepping for no, which means
Doesn't matter.
doesn't matter.
I mean, other than the fact that it was a no ball, otherwise that was some pace and bounce from Anshu.
Yeah.
It almost went over Arjun Bhatt's head, who's a pretty tall kid.
Oh, couldn't get hold of it. Was that an inside edge, Salman Bhai?
I think it was an inside edge. Yeah, but
Inside
they
edge
have
down
the
to find
right
it for a
field
single.
Placement. They have the fielder on the deep. Behind they have a fine leg and not a third man, mainly because Anshu gets the ball in, and that probably makes sense.
Yeah, Anshu's in-swingers have been wonderful to watch today. He's consistently pushing the batsman on the back foot almost with pace. And probably a yard, if not a yard or two faster than the opening bowlers. And good lines, very good lines. He's been pegging that on middle stump. Some on the off, forcing the batsman to take initiative. And bowling to the field also, I should say.
Yeah, if you notice, Siddharth is planting his front foot right across, and that is making it difficult for him to drive those balls and get those singles. I think he needs to adapt a little bit.
Yeah, wait for the bounce, ride the bounce. Coming back to the Indian Test match 11, some new selections in terms of our bowling attack. Navdeep Saini has been drafted into the squad. He's an exciting talent for India, coming off the U19 team, from the successful U19 World Cup winning team. Yes, Navdeep Saini has had a good IPL as well. He was always earmarked as a red ball bowler. Meanwhile, a wonderful, played very well off the toes. Oh, they're going for a single. This is going to be interesting as a direct hit. They make it in time. Had that been a direct hit, it would have been close.
That's 2 runs.
That's 2 runs there to long gone.
Brilliant shot.
Yeah, played off the toes.
Looks like Aniket is slowly increasing the pace in every match.
That's very true. Aniket settling into a rhythm with a slightly remodeled action. Aniket has had to remodel his action because he's had back problems in the past. He's worked really hard on multiple fronts, really, strengthening his back, making sure that he doesn't put too much stress, and also remodeled his action. His action right now is smoother. He still generates a lot of pace off his wrists and shoulders. Direct hit from mid wicket with the batsman in. So yeah, Aniket can actually bowl 3 yards faster than what he's bowling if the situation demands it. I do not know how to do that, Shobha. You mean the camera angles, right? A low full toss, square driven to point for no run there. So yeah, the Indian Test match squad: Navdeep Saini.
Just need to do the cut. Then so red is live.
Which camera angle is it right now? Camera angle 1.
Camera 3, right?
How do I know that?
The red
Oh,
box
the
here.
red square. And then what I see here is typically
Same.
the circle angle. Okay.
Yeah, see here, this one, the number 3 is live, red is live. And then you toggle to 1. See, 1 is this, right?
Okay. So when I
Basically
press,
toggle.
I
This
see.
toggles, and then if you want to change the toggle, you press this, and then toggle is between 2 angles. And if you want to do this, and then it will toggle between those 2. You understand?
I see. I see. So it's a toggle, and then you. But 3 is always. Ah, okay. Okay. Got it.
You toggle
Good.
between what you want to do.
Got it.
Try to get 1.
And the
Correct.
cut is the
Four
toggle
a
button.
lot because poor guys are spending a lot of time and energy.
Yeah, 1 and 4. 4, 2, right?
1 and 4. 3 is the main camera,
Correct.
but 1 and 4 are the manned by.
So Salman bhai, I was going to ask you.
Sorry, Arvind. I was trying to cut there, and when I'm trying to cut, there's nothing else I can do. I'm pretty bad at multitasking, so I couldn't answer most of the questions you were asking me. But now I have some time.
So we were talking about the Indian
Yeah.
pace attack, interesting selections,
Yeah.
and good ones, I should say. Navdeep Saini being drafted for his first series.
Yeah.
Saini, we always knew was going to be a good red ball bowler more than a white ball bowler, but this IPL, he's actually come along pretty well.
Oh yeah, I think he's a great prospect for India. I think the way he's bowling, the pace he can generate, I think he's gonna be.
Beginning of 13th over, 39 for 1.
Anshu back into the attack. Super bowling so far, Anshu. 2 overs for 5 runs. He's given nothing away. And his line and length has been impeccable. And he's coupling that with some very brisk pace and sharp in swing as well. Oh, wonderful shot. A beautiful shot. Lovely balance. Vernon does well to dive to his left and keep that to a couple at squarish long on.
Yeah, nice looking drive there from Arjun.
That's really Arjun's forte, the balance into his offside shots where he gets low and powers it through a wide arc between backward point to long off.
Yeah, I would like to see these two batsmen now taking a few more chances and try and increase the strike rate. And you could see that again. It's,
just to the left of Surya, but keeping that down to a couple of runs again. Lovely shot. That's the way really to do it. You really don't need to go for the boundary. Really no chances, but runs can flow nevertheless.
Absolutely.
And now that they're used to the pace of Anshu, they're timing the ball much better.
Absolutely.
So the first game is going to be a debut day-night game for India in Brisbane, pink ball cricket.
Adelaide.
Adelaide.
Yeah.
Is that a 5-day game or a 4-day game?
I think that's a good question, Arvind. I'm not sure. I think it's a 5-day game.
It's a full 5-day game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think matches involving India, England, Australia bound to remain as 5-day games.
Nice
Wonderful shot
again.
there, too long off for a single. The reason why they're going to remain as 5-day games is most of the money made in cricket comes from these 3 countries, India, England, Australia, viewership, but also the quality of the game played by these 3 countries. The games invariably go to a 5th day, so it makes sense keeping them as 5 days, even as we experiment with 4-day test matches every once in a while with other nations. Oh, that's confusion again! Sid coming for a single, but back in time. I think well safe. Ball watching.
Again, I think that was the striker's call.
Very definitely so.
Arjun again watching the ball more than the fact that he needs to be running. I think the one area where probably Arjun needs to improve is running between wickets. And I'm sure the coaches are going to take a look at it. Otherwise, he's been playing so well. But it all contributes overall. The team needs some good runs there, and probably there was a run, especially with Sid running. He could be super quick.
Well, there were 2 runs completed there because Sid ran almost to the non-strikers and came back. Anyway.
That's true, but
So-
I'm sure this is a good learning for all of them.
So for Adelaide, what do you expect the bowling options for India to be in the starting 11?
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see who they start with. Obviously, Bumrah is going to be a starter no matter what. And then they have to pick between Navdeep. I think is going to get his test call up.
Aniket, meanwhile, starting a fresh over.
Is he talking to us?
No.
No, I think the coach sending a signal to the dugout to be quiet.
I have
Too
to
much
say
noise.
that another shoe in option, Salman Bhai, would be Shami.
Absolutely, I think Shami and Bumrah are a given. And then, of course, you have Navdeep. Probably Navdeep is going to get that call up first before somebody like Mohammad Siraj gets in a look. You also have Umesh Yadav.
Wide down the leg
Wow.
side.
Down the leg.
Camera 4 have to zoom in a little bit. See, he's giving a long shot all the time. Camera 4 is useless.
For Adelaide, I would expect them to go with a spinner who typically comes into action on days 3, 4, and 5. I wonder who India's number one spinner is going to be. It used to be another ball down the leg side, well kept by the keeper, limiting it to a single from a wide. So it's going to be interesting to see who our spinner is going to be. Choices are really between the choices are going to be between
I don't know why they asked me to get it.
Check with Salman.
oh, lovely shot, straight down the ground. Is the ball going to travel all the way? Not really. Krish does well to cut it down. No, I think that's a 4. Rolled out. A nice lofted shot by Arjun over mid-on, taking the bowlers on. It's good to see him go straight, Chalapa. Really no risk in that shot. As long as you middle it, you get full purchase for your shot, which is what he did. Sorry, we're having some trouble with our camera angles today. Good comeback from the bowler. Watchful. It's good to see Arjun not getting carried away with that shot.
When I flip it, it goes like
Good temperament
few
from the kid.
seconds, it goes blank. If I do,
I didn't see the shot. I can't see the shot.
Really good comeback, but it's also very good to
Good
see
comeback.
Arjun keep a calm head, really playing the ball rather than the bowler. Another lovely shot, this time to cow corner for a 4. That was really slapped off the legs. Had no trouble putting that away. It was in the slot for the shot. Almost a pickup shot. Beautifully done. So pleasing on the eye. Good timing. That ball went very quickly to the fence. Beautiful batting by Arjun. Really seeing the ball well at this point in time. His judgment is good. He's picking the lens early. Pressure on the bowler. The run rate has almost caught up to 4 runs an over right now.
$54 for 1, 13.4 overs. Yeah, the couple of boundaries have really helped the run rate push up a little bit, Arvind.
Yeah, they badly needed it.
Yeah.
They really have to. Both batsmen have been in now for a while, and they're timing the ball well, and really is all about putting the bad ball away. The end of that over. Surya now into action. It's going to be good to see sharp off spin. So coming back to the Indian bowling attack, India's spinning options are one of Jadeja, Ashwin, or Kuldeep. So India is lucky to have all 3 orthodox spinners. You have an off-spinning option in Ashwin. You have a left-arm orthodox from Jadeja, and a leg-spinning option in Kuldeep. I, at this point in time, have no clue who their number 1 spinner in the Test match squad is.
Still Ashwin, I would say. Ashwin is our number 1 spinner right now. But as you could see, Arvind is somebody who lives and breathes cricket. And I will not be surprised if we kind of get a call up for Arvind now after this commentary.
Yeah.
That it's not just the Seattle games, but maybe for India games.
Arvind is the resident cricket philosopher.
Resident cricket philosopher. But talking about spin, we have first signs of spin in this game, Arvind.
Yes, Surya bowls quickish off spin. That right away, troubling the batsman there. Batsman uncertain about the bounce, and I have to say fool the keeper as well. Surya bowls really good off spin. I mean the revs on the ball are wonderful to see. That ball turned a fair bit, but down leg, wide down the leg side. Like most spinners, you tend not to loop it up from ball 1
I mean, 3, 1 is gone.
Oh, wonderful shot there by Sid, coming down the wicket, converting it to a low full toss, driving it to covers, just for a single, but really nice to see him use his feet to the ball there, not allowing Surya to settle into a rhythm. That's really the way to play spin. Surya, though, is a crafty spinner. He can pull his length back. What I like about Surya's spin is the amount of revs he gives to it. Meanwhile, a delightful leg glance by Arjun nets him to, oh, the batsman coming there for a third run. What good running between the wickets by Sid. Really pushing that to a third single, and he completed it so safely. Excellent running between the wickets. The ball drifting down the leg stump. Arjun really just had to put ball back to ball. He timed it well. They don't have a fine leg, but a square leg then going in.
Arvind, I have to say, brilliant comeback. They were 32 for 1 at end of 10 overs. In 4+ overs, they were.
Oh, a full toss, but not taken full toss of that. Citizen going to be too happy with that shot there. Could have been put away anywhere, but a single nevertheless. You're right, Shalapa. They've crawled back into the game, going over 4 runs and over right now, and they have to continue doing this for the next 10 overs at least. On this ground, the kind of batting attack that their opponents have, any score less than 200 isn't going to be competitive. They have to go at around 5 runs and over for the next 15 overs, and then, or maybe the next 10, and then go at 7 for the last 10.
How is the weather for the rest of the day, Arvind?
It's going to be clear conditions the rest of the day, but it's certainly expected to get colder. It's bright and sunny, but make no mistake, the light in the Great Pacific Northwest, as we all know, really falls off. We are headed late into fall now, so by around 5 o'clock it becomes gloomy. We do have the advantage of very good floodlights here. So we're going to have lights all the way till 6 o'clock, but it's going to get cold. But so far, right now, brilliant conditions.
Yep. One of the best days in recent times to play cricket.
Definitely. It's been one of the better weekends. If you can imagine, I'm in my tees. Certainly a 2 out there for the asking. The batsman going for a late cut, but I don't think he got full meat on it. It went to find third man for a couple.
Salman, let's go to zoom. 4.
So Akhilesh into the attack. Akhilesh can really bowl 4 different balls. He is a leg spinner,
Camera 1 up.
and our coaches have been working on him on a stock delivery. So, at this age, what's really important, especially for spinners, is resist the temptation to bowl many different kinds of balls. Oh, flighted. Sid is having trouble picking those full tosses away. He had the right intent, coming down, converting it to a full toss, but just couldn't middle that. Oh, good comeback from the bowler. Sid wanted to come down the wicket, then stayed back. Did well to get back into the crease at the very end. Interesting first over from Aki. So yeah, what the coaches have been doing is working on the off spinners and the leg spinners. Going on the back foot there. Interesting. So what the coaches have done is working with the spinners to develop a really good stock ball. So for Aki, that's going to be the stock leg spinner. And Aki needs to really work on that. Work on the stock leg spinner, the ball that pitches on leg stump, giving it plenty of revs, plenty of spin and then just pitching it on good length or farther up from good length and then turning into the right-handed batsman. And to Aki's credit, I see him experimenting a little bit less now and focusing on getting that leg spinner going. And our coaches have really emphasized that. And conversely, for the off spinners, getting that stock off spinner drifting in, it's important that they develop that. It's been interesting to see Sid play on the back foot to the spinners. Sid is actually a good player off the front foot. Getting a little bit into a shell now. He likes the pace on the ball, so for spinners he really needs to adapt his game. That one drifted down the leg side, called wide by the umpire, correctly so. Advancing down the wicket but not really getting hold of it for a single too long on. Sid is unable to time those shots well down the wicket. When he takes the ball on the full toss, I see plenty of good intent, but the timing for some reason quite not there. That's the reason why it's really ending up as a single to the. Oh, meanwhile, beautifully played by Arjun. A delightful leg glance for a 2. Surya struggling to get the line right, drifting down to the pads. Surya can get pretty sharp off spin. His challenge is really pitching it outside off stump. Surya can change the pace as well, and he does that by flighting the ball. And you'll certainly see it in a few overs. He likes to, like all spinners, they want their first couple of overs to be on target before they start varying the length, varying the amount of flight, giving the ball more air. I couldn't argue with that tactic. Oh, a nice shot again. Arjun plays that so well off his toes to squarish long on for a couple. Really well played. Meanwhile, we have a couple of expert commentators out there basking in the sun. Srikanth, welcome to the commentary. As you guys know, Srikanth has been a parent coach in Redmond now for several years, and he's got a keen eye for the game. So, Coach Srikanth.
69 for 1 at end of 17 overs. I think they're taking the mid break. Srikanth,
What's your reading of the game, Coach?
so far?
Okay. Oh, really? Well, I think Redmond Royals, is that what they?
Yes.
They're going pretty well. I like the fact that they're staying in the in the game and playing very actively.
Yeah, so Srikanth, what do you think the target score would be? Because it's almost half of the game, 17 overs. So this 35 overs game, 69 for 1. They got like another 9 wickets on hand, but looks like they're a little sluggish on the required run rate. They're at 4. So do you think a target of 200 is possible by this team? Because they have a good batting lineup. They've reversed the lineup a little bit today.
Well, I guess that's the strategy. I think it's quite possible that they'll get to 200 very easily. You know, with 9 wickets in hand and the big guns sitting, waiting to come in. I think it's going to be a riot of a game after this.
Yeah.
The weather is too good.
Yeah.
The batsmen have settled in. So
Yeah, the
I think-
outfield is pretty quick today because it's a pretty sunny day. But still, I think the first 8 overs they couldn't score a lot of runs because of the tight bowling, I would imagine.
It was pretty tight. The bowling was really good. It's good cricket all around. But I think they're set up really well to go big from here. And it's the right platform. It's the right way to get going in this kind of games and getting the practice in for some of these batsmen. I mean, you said they reversed the order, but considering that these batsmen have spent the time in the field now, have not thrown away their wicket, says something about how they're getting used to the conditions, and gives them the opportunity to have a free play at it now from now on.
Definitely. But they would have liked a score of at least around 100 for 17 overs. But I think they can accelerate, as you mentioned.
I mean, who wouldn't like a bigger score? Right? As a batting team, always you would like a bigger score.
Yeah.
But I think they have to see the positives from this, which is 70 for 1 from 17 overs at a 4 runs per over strike rate.
Still holding 9 wickets on hand.
Yeah, it's a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
The other team definitely have a good bowling strength.
Yeah.
They've tried their options already, their pace and their spin options.
I think the first spell was pretty tight. The pace bowlers did a really wonderful job, and one thing which catches our eye in the commentary box is their brilliant fielding. I know Srikanth, you came in a little late, but the first 7-8 overs, we see that they've stopped like quite a number of boundaries in the covers and slips and whatnot. So third man and whatnot. So I think definitely the fielding, tight fielding, probably saved them 10 to 15 runs.
I'm sure. I mean, I've seen these kids grow. I mean, we've all been coaching these kids, and it's actually very heartening to see how they are willing to commit themselves in the field. This fielding effort that we see now is very different from how they were like a few years ago.
Definitely.
And it's kind of showing in their game. It's creating the games more competitive. They're not one-sided. Every kid is shining in one area or the other. It's very heartening for us to see this in Seattle area.
Definitely. You are one of the pioneers of cultivating young talent, and you had your own team, and definitely thanks for all your hard work and support.
All right, thank you. Well, I guess the break is longer than 5 minutes, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know why it should be. It's more. Yeah, one thing I want to call out, the first wicket they lost, Srikanth, I don't know, you watched it.
I saw that. It was quite a disaster to see these run-outs.
And it was a direct hit by Akhilesh. He saw only one angle, one side of the stump. He didn't see 3 stumps, he just saw one and he still hit it directly.
That direct hit was pretty impressive. I mean, it was... it seemed... I mean, I think if the batsman wouldn't have made it even otherwise, actually.
Correct, I agree.
It was quite a mix-up to see that the batsmen run into each other.
Right.
Like, that's not what you would expect, right? I think if they had not run into each other, I'm sure the batsman would have, made all his effort to reach. But a direct hit always matters.
Yeah.
Right. And
but
maybe
as
the
said,
direct
even if he didn't hit direct hit, the keeper had enough time to collect the ball and hit the stumps, because Dhruv was only off the
right.
Halfway. He had another off of the pitch to go through.
So it's interesting. I mean, one of the things that many of the kids are losing out is because of these runouts, right? They're not called for. Their options that they could have easily given up on for those singles. The wicket is more important than that risky single, and they lose an opportunity to have a good innings out here.
Yeah.
It's quite unfortunate, and it's not the first time that we are seeing this happen.
Yeah. We have Anurag here, who's another brilliant coach. Anurag, please provide your commentary. Like, what do you think so far? I saw Krish bowling excellent in the first spell.
I think overall I'd like to speak about all the bowlers. I think
Definitely.
they're stuck to the line and length and the plan today. I would say that I've seen great shots today from Arjun, especially, but the fielding has been top notch.
Yeah.
So looking forward to another exciting second half.
It's going to be fun.
I'll ask
Thanks
the
for
same
having me on the...
Thank you, Srikanth. Thank you,
Srikanth.
Srikanth. We have Anurag with me, this Salapa. And Anurag, do you think, I asked the same question to all the expert coaches who are coming to the commentary. Do you think a score of 200 is possible?
Of course, I mean, with the one down, I think they'll probably be trying to step up the tempo here.
Yeah.
I think it's more than doable. They have pretty good hitters. Sanat, Jeet, still waiting in the ranks. Shishir is there. So I must say that. And Advait, of course, is there as well. So with those four in the dugout still to come, 200 is a definite possibility. But going by the last 3 games, I don't think that's a safe score as well. And here you go. First ball wicket, yeah. So Sid tried to hit it over the top. Surya took a good catch, running back. That's what happens with our young players. You know, after the break, they'll have to restart. They'll have to learn how to restart their innings.
Yeah.
In this case, Sid didn't wait for a. It was a short ball though. It was supposed to be put, but I think there was a loose shot in the end.
Yeah.
We've seen some good catches in this tournament, Salapa. What do you think?
Definitely. I
And
think the fielding has vastly improved. The catch-taking ability.
Right, I guess all the kids are watching IPL, so they're getting a lot of
The power
tips
connect,
watching
I
that
know
as
this,
well.
But it said low bat.
That was that's the right thing.
Who's the new batsman? So Sarang is the new batsman.
Yeah.
Akhilesh to continue. Next ball, Sarang played it on the leg side, straight to Surya.
I think Arjun, they crossed it. Sarang is on the
I
non-striker
see.
end. Anurag. I think
Alright,
Arjun
my bad. All the kids, they do look alike. Or probably it's just my eyes getting too old.
Oh, you're right. I think they all look very similar.
Alright,
One way, at least, I'm distinguishing between these two. Anurag
is the
is-
pads.
No, not the pads also. Now that you say. But I was looking at their inners.
Ah, I
White is
see.
Arjun,
White and Arjun,
Black
yeah.
is Sarang.
Yeah, yeah.
But pads is easier probably.
That's
Oh,
a short ball. Arjun lifts it over the mid-on for a single.
Yeah, for all these kids the same height, you know, the way I distinguish between them is their batting styles.
Yeah,
I can see it mostly from the way they,
in the bat.
yeah.
17.4.
Yeah, a lot of them have unique styles for sure. They have strengths and weaknesses. That's a swing and a miss. First ball.
But that's the way Sarang plays. He's not somebody who's gonna stick there and try to nudge the ball here and there.
Yeah, yeah. All right, that's a wide. That's a wide down the leg. I must say that this game I've seen less extras than the last game. That was one of the talking points that I had today for the kids.
Yeah, that's what we were
Oh
talking.
my God, that's a straight ball he missed.
Straight ball, stayed low.
Oh, that's a double wicket over here. I think Akhilesh is thrilled.
Yeah,
Playing
Sarang
across
So
the
suddenly
line.
from 69 for 1 after 17, we are 71 for 3. The end of 18.
Yeah, I think Arjun has been on the other side.
Arjun has been, yeah, sticking around. He's been anchoring the innings pretty well until this point.
That was a,
So
I
the
have to
next,
say a poor shot.
no, it
Yeah.
was a poor shot. Yeah, especially when he just came in, he needed some time to settle down.
Yeah, you know, for some of these kids, it can be a double whammy. You know, Sarang hasn't had much time out in the middle,
Absolutely.
and I'm sure he was very eager to, given the chance, press
Yeah.
home. But really too early in playing across the line to a leg spinner is in your first over before you got an eye in. It can be dangerous.
It is. It is. In fact, I think what the kids need to learn is
Hello, hello,
basically that they
coaches are
have to
here.
get in before they start playing their shots.
Oh yeah.
We have our coaches here.
Amit and Mansingh, welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they had a very good start bowling that you were talking about, Anurag. I think initial
Yeah.
spell both by Vedant and Krish. Pretty disciplined, not too many extras, not too many wides.
Yep. Yep.
And That kept the scoring rate very low.
And I have to say, the first change of Anshu too.
Yeah.
A very good disciplined bowling.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think all four paces today were spot on. I think it's very important at this age to ball in pairs and build that pressure
I
from
think
both
the new
ends.
batsman is Sanat.
Yeah, that is interesting. I think that should mean.
Yeah, Sanath is in now. It's a good challenge because Sanath, as we all know, is a power hitter. Arjun's role is to anchor, keep anchoring, keep maneuvering the ball. Let's see how the spinners of KKR respond to this.
The biggest difference I see in Sanath's cricket over the last couple of months has been the bat speed.
Yep.
He was always an
Absolutely.
aggressive kid, but right now the bat speed.
Yeah, just amazing, right? It's a good shot, but straight back to the bowler. So spinners are building on the dot balls here. The pressure is building. I think that gave up for a couple of wickets.
Yeah, dot
Okay.
balls
Dot-
create that pressure in
Yeah.
any form of the game.
Any form of the game, absolutely.
Yeah, they lost 2 quick wickets
Yeah,
after
doesn't-
the break in a matter of 8 balls. So I think that's
Absolutely, that has definitely added to the pressure. It's
Meanwhile,
a good ball.
A shout out to Kritika for some delightful cinnamon
Tea.
ginger chai.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, I think
And I think she
I think I'll-
should get like a consistency award for the
Yes.
consistency of the team.
of the tea.
Game after game.
Game after the
after
game.
game.
Yes, thank you, Kritika. Keep up the good work.
That's a great shot over long on. Rishabh doing the chase, but he couldn't stop the ball.
So the drive-
That's a boundary.
And that's really
Is he
Arjun's strong
fine?
suite.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
There's an injured fielder on the ground. I hope he's okay.
Hey, Vedant, grab a
Nothing.
grab a water bottle for him. Just take some water.
I think it's fine.
Give him a hand. I think the fielder is fine. Just took a while for him to get up. But that's a good shot.
Who was the fielder?
That was a much needed shot.
Who was the fielder there?
Rishabh.
Rishabh.
That'll give some momentum to the game, to the innings.
They need more
That's
than
4
momentum
runs.
right now, Anurag. Looks like.
I mean, once you hit a boundary, they need to take singles of virtually every ball or two.
I
here.
think that's the part that has been missing. If you
Yes,
ask me.
yes. There been a
Oh.
that kept low. Really well watched by Arjun.
Got some
That's-
part of bat somehow. To
Yeah.
that. Yes, it was an inside edge, and looks like that's a boundary.
That's a boundary.
Yes.
That's an inside edge boundary.
No, that's behind the line, yeah.
That's a boundary.
Yep.
Yeah, given away.
That
by
line is
Chris.
All
the
right.
boundary.
That's a boundary.
The fielder there.
So that's back-to-back found boundaries.
I really love watching Arjun lofting that four to cow corner.
Yep.
That's
yep.
really a strong sweep for him. He's got a good cover drive too.
Yeah.
But
no,
the pickup
absolutely.
shot to cow corner is his power shot.
Yep.
I think anything if you bowl fuller, you can see that Arjun has quite a few shots, both on
Yes.
the offside, on the leg side.
Yeah.
He plays mostly straight.
Correct.
He plays in the V. Absolutely.
And I think one area wherein he could probably do a little more is rotate the strike,
Yeah.
playing square. I think he'll be a totally different batsman altogether
Yeah,
if he
yeah.
starts doing that.
Well, that's a great point. And just for the viewers, I think Arjun is on 49. So,
Yeah.
but he's not on strike now. It's Sanat to face to Akhilesh, who's been bowling really good.
That's
First
the
2
ball,
overs.
Sanat is facing, right, Anurag?
Yep.
Okay.
Hey, Tanush. Meanwhile, Tanush and Neil. Hey guys, come here. 1 sec. No, come.
I knew this would happen, that's why I didn't phone you.
We have a couple of very
Youngster.
eager
Yeah, you guys
expert
have been-
commentators.
These guys have been talking quite a bit in the dugout. Let's see.
Yeah,
what they
let's
can
let's
speak
hear
now.
from them and their opinions
No, I
here.
was relatively quiet.
So Tanush, how do you think the game is poised right now?
we need to score a few more runs.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
I
no,
think
this
we
is
have
in-
the batsman to score
Sorry.
that coming in next. So yeah.
Arjun is on 49.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh,
So Arjun, Tanush, I had a question for you.
yes.
Your last two games have been run-a-ball cameos. I should say more than just a cameo. You've been scoring around 35 to 40 runs in the last two games at run-a-ball. Some good power hitting. I saw you score your first 6 of the tournament. That was wonderful to see. You must be feeling pretty confident now.
I mean, yeah. I'm still working on batting. It's.
Yeah,
Happy that
That's
I
his
started
50.
scoring runs.
Good batting, boy.
That's a great innings. That's a good 50 from Arjun.
Batting, Arjun.
Kind of sad. Last game got out on a shot that I should have hit a little bit higher.
Oh.
But it's gonna be good. Yeah,
No, it's been very good for us to watch you, watch your batting, especially blossom. Rumor has it that you've been working with an expert coach in the nets.
Oh yeah. Arvin Uncle's been a real help. We practiced some over-the-top hitting against Pacers and stuff. I haven't had the chance to play Pacers
Yeah.
much, but
I want to know.
promotion.
I want to know the name of that coach.
yeah, Arvin Uncle.
Okay, I see. I see. I haven't heard that name before, so I just wanted to make sure.
Aravind is our resident expert cricket philosopher.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Tanush.
Tanush.
Thanks for those words.
Well, meanwhile, in the last over, we saw an excellent 50 by Arjun Bhatt. He opened the innings today, and he has played a fabulous hand till date. So I believe he has to take the charge from here on.
Yeah, absolutely, Anurag. A wonderful innings from Arjun.
Yep.
The number of shots he has played, both on the offside, lofted shots
On the leg
or
side,
On the
yep.
leg side. I mean, it's been really pleasing to see him today bat the way he batted.
Yep.
Yes,
Oh, well
certainly
played.
a lot that he can take from this game. And like you said, Saman, like he plays in the V, which means that it's a lot of percentage risk-free cricket.
Yep. No,
Right?
absolutely.
Even today, he's not given any chances at all. And the length ball, he can go down.
That's a good shot for a single. But you're right. You're right. I mean, the cricket that he plays is it's pretty good percentage cricket because the risk is minimal, and he deals a lot with singles. He tries to use his wrists a lot to maneuver the balls, especially down the leg. He's very strong in that area. But it was very good to see his lofted shot over the covers. A couple of boundaries he hit today. That was fabulous to see. The spinners are keeping a tight lid on Sanath so far. What do you guys feel?
Yeah, that's true. I think Sanath is trying to get in.
Yeah.
A bit. I think if you notice, this is already a different innings from the way he has started.
Absolutely. So I think this year, this is probably the first time he has come in the middle order.
That's right.
So it's a different role he has to play today.
Yes. And I think he has figured out that few of the batsmen who have been successful in the last 4 games are the ones who have taken their time to get in,
Yep.
get their eye in, and then go and increase their strike rate.
Yeah, unfortunately, the flex pitch is not very easy pitch to start right from the word go, right? So you'll have to buy your time in. You'll have to adjust to the bounce, especially, and maybe to the pace as well. It's a little double paced wicket.
Yeah, missed out an opportunity there, Sanath.
Yeah, absolutely.
Rank
There was
shot ball.
There's a rank
middle
shot
of the
ball.
pitch. And he should have probably put it off, but again, talking about the mindset, that makes a difference.
It does,
He
definitely.
almost played that too early.
Again, this was a full ball. I think he's struggling here to take singles. I mean, at the start of the innings, he should probably look for taking more singles. That's one area that probably Sanath has to keep working on his game. Take more singles because as we all know, he's a very clean hitter of the ball.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, when he comes in to bat up the order in the power play, that's something that suits his game quite a bit.
Yep.
Because he's able to pierce the gap or just hit it over the infield and get those boundaries in. Now that the split is a little more spread out, he has to maneuver the ball a little more. The boundaries are not that easy to come through, even though he's not really tried to hit the ball over the infield so far.
Yep.
Yeah, well said, Saman Bhai. And with the field spread out, it calls for a different set of
I can't
skills
see.
from the batsman, right? You have harder questions with the batsman. And another difference I see is
Arjun going over the top straight to Rishabh. Oh my god, that's a soft dismissal to a full toss. That was a very, very soft dismissal. That's Akhilesh's third wicket today.
The shot was on. Arjun coming down the wicket, but picking mid-on.
Picking straight to the middle. Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
But a very good knock
Well
today by
played, knock
Arjun.
by Arjun.
Absolutely fabulous knock today.
That crucial blow for Redmond Royals, though. And
It
losing,
is.
That's going to bring 2 new batsmen to the crease.
Yeah.
And it's going to be interesting to see how they combat from here. But he really picked the fielder there, Anurag.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think he could have hit it anywhere.
Converted that to a full toss coming down. The idea was right.
The idea was right. I mean, he used his feet to the ball. It was the great idea. He just didn't get the elevation right there.
That's right.
And I think it was a smart move by the bowler to bring the mid-on in, especially to Arjun, because Arjun has been there for a while now. So that was a pretty brave move by the captain
A
to keep
courageous
the
one,
field.
I
Yeah, to bring the field in. Okay, so we have 2 new batsmen, Advait and Sanat. They've opened the innings in a couple of games. So now we have the opening pair back. Let's see what they do. The pressure has really built on though. It's 82 for 4 after 21.
Yeah, both these batsmen, and especially Sanat, they like pace on the ball. When they open, obviously they're facing pace bowlers. Now you have 2 spinners in operation, which means that they have to generate their own bat speed. And with the field spread out,
Yep,
it's going to be a different set of questions that are being asked.
absolutely. Advait to first his first ball. That's a that's a chance. It's a cotton ball chance. That was a hard one though. These things either they stick or they don't.
He's on a fire today.
Yeah,
Akhilesh.
But,
Akhilesh has been bowling really well today.
He was the best bowler in the last game as well.
Yeah, yeah. I think he's flighting the ball well, slowing it down, which is a good thing to watch. He's not rushing through his overs.
That was a genuine chance, though.
Yeah.
And Aki is such a good set of hands.
Yeah, absolutely.
He was almost stunned at the fact that he was a
Dropped
return
it.
catch of the first ball.
Oh,
well
that's
ball.
a,
Well ball, that
oh,
got to be close.
that was very close, maybe down the leg.
That ball kept low.
That ball came. Akhilesh is he's really in the zone today. He's bowling a fabulous length, slowing it down. Oh my God!
Was that
that's
a second
two.
chance?
That
Yep.
was. That
That
absolutely
was
was.
2 drop chances straight back to the bowler. He has himself to blame for this.
I think this was
an easier
This was
one.
easier one compared to the
The
2 balls
previous one.
before. That was a
Absolutely.
hard hit, right?
Absolutely. So the leg spinner is creating chances here and dropping them as well, but at least he's creating some. And that's another chance. That's good fielding by Anshu. Anshu has been really good on the field today. He's
Definitely,
been
Anurag.
absolutely
I think
great.
both Anshu and Akhilesh has been
Really good.
brilliant.
But that was a chance too. I mean,
Yeah,
like
that-
the batsman was in no control of the shot, coming down
Yeah.
the wicket, taking
Yeah.
a leading edge, the ball ballooning between to the point gully area,
Yeah,
and could have gone straight to the fielder, Anurag.
yeah. Just
Absolutely,
5
absolutely.
steps dropped in 5 steps in front
In
of the
front of
fielder.
him.
Yeah.
So there's a bowling change from the pavilion end. We have Rishabh to ball to Advait
And we have Krish looking at us from mid-off area.
and waving at us.
Happy-go-lucky kid. I started off the bowling today.
Yeah,
Did a
brilliant-
great job.
brilliant
We were
bowling
looking
in
at
the
it
first
from
spell,
the commentary box, and ball was swinging like crazy.
Yeah, he did control the swing well today, I felt. And I thought he was bowling a little bit more pacer than what I've seen him in the last 3 games. So that was good to see. Rishabh starts with a faster one here.
Push through.
I think this would be a little more comfortable for Advait
What do you
to
guys
play.
feel about the wicket keeping today? I thought he's keeping really well today.
Yes,
Adyan.
very focused.
Very focused,
There
yeah.
were some takes down the leg side.
That's straight
Oh,
and that's a
done.
wicket. Oh, that's.
What? I thought he took it.
No,
No, I
think
think
it
the
was
ball
ball
pitched outside the.
Yeah, it's a wide and dead.
No, it's wide and dead.
It's wide and dead.
So
The ball pitched outside the mat, I believe, and that's why it's a wide and a dead ball. Otherwise, it was straight to one, and
straight to one on that covers. It was a catch.
yeah,
And but the umpire doing the right thing there, calling it a wide because we have a flex pitch, and the width of the pitch really is the legal area. That ball pitching outside the pitch, correctly called a wide.
Looks like it's gonna be Advait's day today.
yeah. He's already
That's
got
his
3
third
chances. That's
chance.
his third chance. Yeah. This one hit straight to the covers. Vedant, the fielder.
Yes, fielded by Vedant at the cover point boundary for a single. A much needed single.
Sanath has been kept very quiet. I think it's the length. Pretty good length today from both the spinners.
Yeah, and I think you can see the difference in his approach to the
Yep.
innings as well. When he comes up the order, he is much more aggressive.
I think, yeah, he plays very freely.
He plays freely, and I think when he comes in the middle order, he needs to
And I
change
think
the thinking that he
this
has.
is a very peculiar situation as well. I don't think he can take a lot of risk from here on because they're already 4 down.
Yeah.
I think there,
So
there's one-
Salman, are you saying he's assessing the risk and that's how he is?
Oh, that's a
nice shot.
great shot. Well, that's gone for a 4. That's very close to a 6. That was in the slot. Sanath went for it. It was straight down the ground for a boundary.
Long off.
And that's what you expect from somebody like Sanath, right? He's taking his time to
Yep.
get in, and when the ball is there in the slot, he's going for it. And looks like he's gonna get some support thanks to Advait and his luck today. So
And I also want to say, to Rishabh's bowling, which is a little bit faster off spin,
Yeah.
that was a right shot.
Yeah, I
going
think
straight
Rishabh
over.
is bowling a little flatter.
Yes.
I would encourage Rishabh to bowl a little more, give him a little more flight. Slow it down a little.
No, very good. Well said, Anurag, because I thought that's what the other 2 spinners did so well.
Yeah.
Both Surya and Aki
Actually.
gave plenty of air,
Yep.
right? You're almost playing into Sanath's hands by
Bowling
keeping
it
it
quicker,
flat and fast.
quicker. Yep.
But I
yep.
think if you notice, both Sanath and Advait don't use their feet too much against the spinners.
And that's why it becomes even more important to flight the ball.
Exactly.
You know.
I think you're absolutely right. The spinners could be a little more courageous against them.
Yep.
They don't use their feet, and so that's why if they bowl very full, that's when they're going to be hit. If they bowl at a good length, it's going to be difficult for them.
That's a wide.
That's a wide ball there.
That's a rare bad ball from Akhilesh.
Yeah, short and wide.
Short and wide there.
Coach Mansingh making some fielding changes as if the score was not low enough.
Mansingh is relentless there.
Yeah.
Mansingh is relentless,
Once you
wants to
get,
get it perfect.
Once you get Coach Mansingh on the cricket field, it's very difficult to keep him out of the action.
yeah.
He himself is a very busy guy on the field. In a sense, we were lucky to have the coaches that we got. 3 coaches, very different temperaments, very different styles.
Yep.
Coach Mansingh, Coach Amit, and Coach Shadley. It's actually wonderful speaking to them, listening to their philosophies, what they emphasize, their coaching styles. Our kids are lucky.
Yeah. No, they're definitely learning a lot from these coaches.
Perhaps going down the leg side there for an appeal for LBW.
Again, the
Advait
same.
A little bit in a shell
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
After
yeah.
those 3 chances, he's not taking any chance against
Akhilesh.
Akhilesh.
Yeah.
And as we
Down.
say
Oh, that's a great shot. That's a beautiful shot, straight down the ground. I think he just pierced the cover boundary and the mid off for a boundary.
Played all along the ground, good use of his feet, and that's really showcases what you get by using your feet to the spinners.
and as you could hear that coming from Coach Amit, nudging Advait to bat positively and not get into the shell.
It's the end of the over. After 24, we are 94 for 4.
they really have to get the singles going. 4
Absolutely.
runs and over isn't going to cut it, coach.
Absolutely. I think what we're seeing is like 4 or 5 dot balls in every over. If they can reduce that, they'll get more momentum. And like a boundary over, obviously in the last 2 overs, we've seen a couple of boundaries now.
Just 11 more to go.
11 more to go.
And we have not even crossed 100 yet. So they need to put at the minimum 85 to 90 runs to keep this a competitive score.
Yeah.
I think if these two guys stay for 6 to 7 more overs, I think it's very doable. Even after this, they do have some good batting still left in the dugout. So I don't think wickets is a problem. I think they need to change this strategy and approach right now and go for those shots just like that.
Oh, beautifully piercing the speed there.
That's a good shot by Sanat.
Yes.
Fabulous shot again to the extra cover boundary here.
Using his feet, coming down the wicket, had no problem bisecting long off and extra cover for a 4.
Yeah, this should be some interesting few overs. in the
Yeah,
last
I
part
think
of the
now,
innings.
yeah, we've seen 3 boundaries now in quick succession.
Oh, that ball kept a little bit low, but well watched and played by Sanat for a single. Two covers, extra.
And if you guys are watching this,
Yeah,
please go ahead, subscribe to Willow Cricket Academy Seattle on YouTube. We already have 300 subscriptions, which is great. The more subscribers we have, it's gonna be better for us as well as for you, because you'll get notifications when the game starts.
A decisive call for a no there. That's the way it should be. All 4 cameras at work today. And the team has actually invested in going wireless in the last week or so. Firm drive
it's a good stop.
at mid-off.
Mid-off.
Crush. So that's actually made the setup far simpler for us. Otherwise, we are having to run 300 feet cables. The wireless transmitters and receivers have made it far simpler.
Yep. Oh, that's under edge. Shreyas after the ball.
Maybe 3 runs there.
Yeah, I'm sure Sanat will make it 3.
Oh,
Good running between the wickets there.
Sanat is trying to go for a 4th
Sanat was ready
one.
for a 4th one, but
That's a lucky edge for 3. And I think the Royals are now
99 for 4.
they're more than 100. They're 102 for 4 now. It's 100 up for the Royals.
Finally, a sense of urgency there being shown by both batsmen.
Absolutely. I think they got to start now. Sanat batting on 10 of 15 and Advait on 9 of 16.
Yeah, I think they've gotten the right set right now. They have the measure of this bowling.
Yeah,
Well played off the back foot there.
absolutely. I think they're finding Rishabh a little a touch.
Confusion there, but safe.
Finding Rishabh a touch easier to play.
That's right. Just a little bit more pace on offer.
Yep.
Flatter. They're really playing him like a slow medium pacer.
Absolutely. Send off 25. 10 more overs to go. So we'll see those slog overs now. We'll see how the batsmen react. Akhilesh has a couple of overs down his sleeve.
Anurag, even at a run rate of 7, you're looking at 170, 175.
No, they need 10
I think
runs
they
an
need
over
10
from
runs
here
and
on.
Yeah,
over from
yeah.
now here on. So, Salapa,
I know what they need. I'm asking what they can make.
No, I think,
I think they are very
if
capable.
these 2 batsmen are going to stay, I wouldn't put that beyond their reach.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And
They
they
have
as I
Jeet
said,
in
they
the
have
dugout as
Jeet
well.
in the dugout. There is Tanush who's been
There's Tanush,
playing
absolutely.
pretty well. There is Shishir.
Oh yeah, Shishir can
I
use
also
use
know,
a long
Shishir
handle.
is pretty good too. And then we have Ishan in the end, who's probably the coming last today. I mean, they all can
Yeah.
play.
4 runs.
So I
Yeah.
think given that, 10 runs and over should not be out of reach here.
That's a good ball.
Beautiful bowling. by
Beautiful
Raheem.
flight.
And that's really, the way spinners at this age should be bowling, right?
Yeah, that's heartening
Focus
to
on
see.
your stock ball and do it really well.
Again,
Oh, leading edge there. that
leading
could
edge.
get-
Let's see Rishabh paddling back and what a catch!
Lovely
catch.
catch
What
by
a
the-
catch.
by the captain there.
That's
at
the end of
long
Sanat.
on. And kept his eye on the ball. It was moving to his left. going
Yeah.
back,
Brilliant.
kept his eye on the ball to take a wonderful catch over
Who's
his
in camera
shoulders.
one?
Absolute. That's an Aussie style.
Salman.
Getting
Who's in
rid of
camera
Sanat,
one?
the dangerous Sanat
Who's in
there. It's a
camera
big
one?
blow for the Royals.
So he's doing a good job.
Yeah.
And
Good.
great reward for a flighted delivery from Aki. Aki's on a tear today.
Yeah, Akhilesh, that's 4 wickets now. I think that's the best I've seen him ball in this tournament.
Fantastic
No,
reward
Akhilesh
for a
is
stop
really
ball.
a brilliant
Lovely
bowler.
leg spin
Yep,
bowling.
yep.
and
attacking
Akhilesh.
bowling.
So Arvind and Anurag, what sets Akhilesh apart? I've watched him like for 4 years now.
I think
is,
Akhilesh, I've never seen him getting tensed. It's looking at the batsman, looking at how the batsmen are playing. Right, he believes in his flight. He believes in his ability to pull the batsman forward to play those shots. So I think again, he creates those chances. And as a leg spinner, in any form of cricket, you'll have to be very brave, because leg spinner typically they are known as wicket takers, but they also tend to go for runs.
Correct.
Right? So if a leg spinner is not scared of flighting the ball, not scared of going for runs, I think he'll definitely do well, and that's what sets Akhilesh apart from other spinners, because he keeps it simple.
He's a thinking cricketer.
Absolutely.
He knows the batsmen, their weak points, and he
Yeah,
knows his
yeah,
strength.
he reads that
Yeah.
pretty well, and he believes in his own art. So that's a good thing to see. It's a good ball again, well left by Advait.
Yeah, excellently said, Anurag. A leg spinner is actually very similar to a Taraway quick. Your job is to take wickets.
Absolutely.
You will go for runs, but you are a strike option.
Yep.
And meanwhile, a wonderful shot to deep long on for a couple.
No, that's just a single.
Oh, there's a single? Okay.
Just a single.
So, and, battery guys.
Seriously?
We need to pay Srikanth for a. Oh my god. So, the beeps from the back, that's our battery pack generator informing us that we are low on battery. Please bear with us. Yes, and one thing I've noticed Aki doing, especially this season, is experimenting lesser
Yeah.
and trusting a stock delivery a lot
Absolutely,
more. And
absolutely.
that's made him so much better of a bowler.
Yeah.
And at this age, they really need to, for leg spinners especially,
Salman, how about this?
it takes years to develop that craft.
Yeah.
And it's really heartening to see Aki to put that into
I
play.
just put like 20 minutes ago. I told you.
Thing was not completely charged.
Oh, nice shot.
That's a great shot. Coming down the pitch, Advait for a boundary. I think it's good to see, they're trying to target right above the bowler's head, so they're going straight, which makes it a very less risky shot.
And not overhitting it.
Yep.
He had got the timing and the placement superb, right?
So at the end of 26, we are 109 for 5. 6 runs off that over.
So Anurag, earlier today we were talking about the Indian Test squad for the Australia series. As you know, Ishant right now still scanning an injury, as does Rohit.
Mm-hmm.
We were talking about our bowling options. Young Naideep Saini now gets a break. What do you reckon is India's bowling options for the starting 11 for the Adelaide first game, day-night game?
So Adelaide typically is a slow pitch, slower than other pitches in Australia, especially if you see the day 3 and day 4. So I would say I know that they'll still go with 3 paces. So I would say Shami, Bumrah for sure.
Correct.
And I would go with Umesh Yadav because he's been a little senior bowler, has seen Australian conditions before, bowled in those conditions. So I'll go for that, and he has a pretty good reverse swing going on with him as well. So those are my top 3 to start with.
And in terms of spin, like we have Ashwin, Jadeja, and Kuldeep, all 3 in the squad. Who would be your pick?
I don't know if they'll go with 2 spinners here. I think Ashwin probably is a good starting option for sure. He's a champion bowler. It's been for last few years. Jadeja does give you a lot of all-rounding options. But then again, if India chooses to go with 6 batsmen, 1 keeper, And then and I'm pretty sure they'll opt for Saha as a keeper. So that gives only 4 places for the bowlers. And I think with 3 pacers, Ashwin will be the only option.
Again, gutsy bowling there.
Yeah, now Rishabh is was flighting it a lot this over. Jeet just walked out in the middle, so he'll take a couple of balls to get going.
You're right, I agree with you, Anurag. I would go with pretty much that bowling attack. I would say the third pacer slot is going to be, you have Mohammad Siraj, Navdeep Saini,
Yeah.
Umesh.
That's a
risky
tight
one.
run. Oh my God, that's a
They couldn't
very,
collect it
very
quick
tight
enough.
run.
Going to the left of Surya, could have attacked the ball a little bit.
Yep.
So I think it's going to come down to one of Navdeep Saini or Umesh. I think you're
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
And
I think Ishan in the last few years have been a key bowler for
absolutely,
India
yeah, I think
because he stops. He literally does not leak
This
any
is
runs.
not,
exactly.
So he builds the pressure on one
Isn't
end.
that refreshing?
And honestly, over the last couple of years, he's also
Still
been a wicket-taking
84.4.
option
He-
for
he
See,
does.
that is
Kohli.
111 for
Yep.
5.
You
it's
know,
still
Ishant has
84.4.
always squeezed the runs throughout his career, but he seems to be bowling better lengths.
Absolutely.
Ironically, for a bowler in hitting into the 30s, he
Yeah.
seems to have discovered the right length very late in his career,
Very late. Yeah.
but has become a wicket-taking option now.
Yeah.
So his loss, I think, is a crucial one. Unfortunate blow for Kohli.
Absolutely, and I think he's not been. I don't know what's going on with both Rohit and Ishant. I don't think BCCI has been very transparent when it came to the injuries that they both are carrying. So there's still a
Chance for them?
them to go back to Australia at least.
That's right. That's right. I was studying
What
the,
happened with the why Ishan Sharma? What?
Sorry? He
Ishan.
has. I think he's recovering from an abdominal
Yeah.
tear.
Really?
Yeah. The thing here
And Rohit
is
is a knee issue?
I think it's hamstring. I believe.
Okay.
the Indian domestic season, the Ranjis, I was looking into it earlier this week,
Uh-huh.
and of course with COVID, everything has been turned topsy-turvy.
Yep.
Good shot.
The word on the street is that Ranjis will kick off in the new year, which is a little bit unfortunate because with the IPL concluding early November, I had hoped that they could begin Ranjis in December,
Yeah.
which would have been a good opportunity for Rohit and Ishant to prove match fitness and be drafted into the test match side by January. But with the Ranjis now pushed to January,
Yep.
it's going to make it trickier for Ishant and Rohit to display match fitness.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Ishant's
No,
loss. I
to
think,
come
was
out
a
of
big one.
injury and do yo-yo test.
I know. That's the new.
Oh, wonderful shot
That's
there.
a
to
great shot.
backward
Opened the face of
point.
the bat. That's a boundary. That's wonderfully played by Jeet.
It's delightful to see batsmen going on the back foot but middling it all
Yeah,
nevertheless.
yeah. That's a good back foot shot.
Now, what do you think is going to be the opening combination
For KKR or for India?
for India?
I was, Arvind almost put me on a spot here. But, he gave me an easier option out. So,
So much easier for Anurag, looks like, to come up with India's opening combination
absolutely, man.
versus KKR.
Yeah. I think it has to be, Prithvi Shaw, and even though I would say that Prithvi Shaw is completely out of form, especially in IPL.
That's
But
very true.
if India wants to encourage, I would strongly go with KL Rahul as one of my openers. And then I think Dhawan is playing, is it?
No, Dhawan is not on the test match squad.
He's not on the placement squad.
So you're.
So Mayank Agarwal is the other
yes.
one. And Mayank Agarwal is a pretty confirmed one. The last couple of years he's been opening the batting. So Mayank and KL would be my choice.
Ooh, wrapped on the pads. Seem to drift down the leg side there.
I think ultimately it's a choice between KL and Prithvi.
I agree with you. I
Right.
think
So
the first choice is going to be Mayank Agarwal,
Yep.
and they will have to pick between one of Prithvi Shaw and and KL Rahul.
If you're
Yeah.
writing down,
Yeah, absolutely.
keep
And I think I just wanted to call out that Akhilesh just finished his spell. I think he had a fabulous spell today. 7 overs, 25 runs for 4 wickets.
Wonderful bowling
That's excellent bowling.
and key wickets in the top and middle order. Those
Yep.
are 4 priceless wickets. I mean, wonderful. And he almost had a fifth
He's not
one.
even zooming in.
Had he just held on to those return catches, it would have been a 5-wicket haul.
Absolutely, absolutely. I
great
think,
one.
yeah,
The
yeah.
battery issues.
With Adwait's,
Sucking
wickets, he
battery,
would have
right?
definitely got 5-4 today.
Yeah, but fantastic way for him to really put his team in a strong position
Yeah.
today. He's been bowling well throughout this tournament, especially the last 2 games. If I remember correctly, bowler of the match for the previous game as well. So
Yep.
a key all-round great skills, and
think-
also the run-out today of Dhruv. So
Yeah,
he's had a
yeah.
hand in almost every dismissal.
Yeah.
Was that Akhilesh or Anshu? That was Anshu, I guess.
Anshu?
Yeah.
No, I thought it was Akhilesh.
Yeah,
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh wow,
The first wicket was Akhilesh.
Akhilesh. I think they had a lot.
Anshu did have a good fielding, and
Yeah,
he did a straight hit too, but the batsman have reached the crease. So
That's a good flighted ball over the top of Vernon for a boundary. I say that's a pretty risky field at this point.
I know.
Right?
With the last 10 overs, I'm surprised they
Yeah,
don't
I'm
have
surprised they don't have
long
the long off and long on behind. So I think they're putting it now.
especially for people for 2 players who are going to be aggressive.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, it's 7 more overs to go. They're 121 for 5.
so if you go with say KL Rahul and Mayank,
Yeah.
I guess your 1 and 2 drop slots, there is no debate there. Chateshwar Pujara and Kohli.
Yep.
Now you have for your number 5 and 6 slots Ajinkya Rahane, Hanuma Vihari as options.
Yeah, I think Rahane is probably a must-have person at that spot. He's done good in all the, especially in overseas conditions, South Africa, Australia, England. He's done really good.
Strangely enough, he had a poor New Zealand series.
He did. But I think going with his, and there was a quick 2 there. Going with his record overseas, I'll still place my bets on him.
I wouldn't argue with that. Yes, Rahane, a very good cricketer, especially outside of India.
Yep.
Has the ability, the technique. Has been a mainstay of the Indian late middle order. I don't think you can count Hanuma Vihari out. He's chipped in wherever he's needed.
Yes, that's for
Opened
sure.
the inning when the team needed him in New Zealand. Put his hands up. So
And I think with Rohit Sharma not in the test squad as well, I think it would be probably the number 6 squad.
oh,
spot would go to
lovely!
him.
Opening his
That's a-
shoulders.
That's a
Oh,
great
just
shot, opening his arms there, freeing his arms,
brilliant shot.
hitting
Almost
over
carried all the way to the extra cover fence there
for a 6. Yeah,
for just a feed shot.
I think Jeet has shown the right momentum here for the innings. He's 16 of 13 balls, so he's definitely giving that last push that is needed to take them at least over 175. I think KKR has a very strong batting lineup. So the more the runs they have on the board, the more merrier.
Ooh, couldn't
That's a
find
single.
that.
Yep.
Single, nevertheless, too long on.
Salu. Ajo.
And then for the keepers, you have Rishabh Pant and
Saha.
Saha, but you reckon the first choice option would be Saha?
Yeah, I mean, he's been batting good in IPL as well. I think Rishabh, I haven't seen him very consistent behind the
Oh,
stumps.
slog sweep.
That's a
for
slog
four.
sweep for a 4. I
To
think
the
Rishabh has
shotgun
been a
corner.
little expensive, touch expensive today.
Yeah.
Um,
And really, the slog sweep comes into action with that flattish delivery where you can get on top of the bounce easily.
yeah, this has been a 16 run over so far for first 4 balls.
Yep,
So
expensive.
this is
over.
exactly the over RR needed.
With you, Anurag, I have no debate going in with Saha as the keeping option.
Yeah.
Pant really has to work on all aspects of his game, keeping, batting, fitness especially. I don't know whether he can last 5 days.
Oh, good shot.
That is actually true. He did had a groin injury during IPL as well. So
Yeah.
one of the things to keep watching for.
And really needs to earn a spot, you know.
Absolutely. I think Rishabh Pant definitely needs to work, especially on his offside game. He's a primary leg side player. It's good to watch, obviously, you know, bucks for money when it comes to T20 batting. But I'm yet to be convinced in Test cricket.
Very true, very true. I mean,
But he has actually in Australia series.
He did.
He actually did pretty well.
I
So
agree.
it'll be interesting pick, even though probably
Yeah.
any day Saha is a better keeper.
Yeah.
Yeah, on form, I would pick Saha.
Yeah.
I know that Pant has showed not just promise. He's delivered the goods in Australia before. It's going to be.
So it's end of 29 overs, 134 for 5.
Thank you for keeping us in the game, Chalapa.
Salapa, they're making sure that we only not cover the Indian team.
Yeah. Yeah.
team here.
So we have a new bowling change. The captain
There's
of
a live relay of local match
KKR,
going on here.
Atharva,
This
another
could be
leg
an
spinner.
interesting- Atharva has not had great days in terms of
Yeah, a great series
bowling.
with the ball. Absolutely. So it'll be good to see. I think he's replacing Akhilesh.
Yeah.
That went past Surya for a single to cow corner.
But it almost looks like a strategy to me to have Akhilesh mid-wicket, Rishabh long on, deep long on.
Yep.
And they're trying to see if Atharva can get that wicket for them. Maybe bowling a little bit on the short side, and the batsman going for that heave on the leg side. So let's see what happens before Arvind finishes the cricket team, Indian cricket team to Australia.
I think we've
Oh, that's a
there you
brilliant
go.
ball. Oh my God,
wonderful ball.
it's a brilliant ball.
Staying
There was
back was
Yeah.
perhaps not the most judicious choice there.
I think that was a googly. So he completely missed the line there.
Didn't pick the wrong one and didn't pick the length.
Yep. Played back.
That was a crucial blow for the Royals.
Yeah, so it's 135 for 6. I think Jeet's wicket will cost them at least 10-15 runs in the end.
The bowling change worked there, coach.
Absolutely. I think the captain has been spot on today with his bowling changes. And again, this team has gelled well in the last 3 games. They have bowled well in groups, in pairs. So that gives confidence as a bowling unit. We've not panicked even when in the last few games Sanath was going really hard. At times Advait was going hard, but they're stuck to their tasks.
Very well said. That was a good ball, but I was somewhat surprised by the batsman staying back there. Well said, Jeet.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think Jeet wanted to play it off his back foot, probably opening the face of the bat, but he didn't read the wrong one there.
Gutsy of the bowler to go for a
And
wrong one.
Anurag,
was
I
very
think you're
second
right.
ball.
Dhruv got run out by Anshu Agarwal. That's what the score says. I think Arvind and I need to check our eyes.
So all 3 commentators out here, they will go for a night test next week. Just FYI.
Oh,
It's sponsored by Willow. It's a new bat. Oh, that's brilliant. I think it's been a leg spinner day today,
I agree.
right? And so I think Advait would be mighty pleased that he's gonna bowl in the next innings. He did get a few wickets this series, so he'll probably be looking forward to that.
Oh,
that's for-
just past
That's
the
4
outstretched
runs.
hands
What a shot.
of shot Madov there.
Yeah.
Good shot. The shot was on. He had to go for it, but it wasn't too far away. A
Wasn't.
couple of feet, and it would have been
Yeah.
straight to the. Was that Silly Madov or was that
Yeah, it's short mid off.
shot Madov? Yeah.
Good shot, buddy.
That's a good shot by Tanush. He just came in. That's his second ball for a boundary.
Good use of his feet. Good timing there on the shot. The ball just ran away. We were This is a good contest there, guys. Oh, once again,
That's
beautifully
good,
placed,
beautiful
bisecting
shot
it.
by Tanush.
Good fielding by Vedant, keeping it to a single. Tanush looks so good in the last 3 innings.
Yeah. He's playing the spinners well.
Very aggressively.
Using his feet.
Amit. So, Amit, it's been phenomenal to see Tanush's batting flower in the last 3 games. I mean, he scored 30s, run the ball 30s, and even today looking so positive from ball 1. Sure, you're a proud dad. I mean, like, have you been working with Tanush?
absolutely.
What's led to this transformation?
But before you answer that, Amit, I see an opportunity again for some self-promotion. Arvind is setting it up, so please make sure that you catch that question before it comes to you. But yeah, back to you.
Yeah, no, I think I'll start off with giving credits to all the dads here who have been working really hard.
There you go.
And stepping up to the plate and helping them. But I think, yes, it has been positive to see him bat and score runs. He's himself feeling a lot more confident.
Wonderful,
And, I think it's the coaching plus more practice sessions that he's been having, in the mornings, as you know.
Yeah.
Those are the things that are helping him, and having runs on the board always gives that confidence. So
Yeah.
looks like that is feeding in. So
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. And
And Amit has been one of our expert camera person here.
absolutely.
And,
Amit has been, well said, Chalapa.
I'm
Amit
getting
has
in the
been
form too, holding the camera.
Amit has been a busy worker here every day, every weekend, manning the cameras. Really, and guys, great camera work so far. We've gotten all 4 cameras in action now. You guys seem to have good control over this now.
Yeah, and not just that, Amit comes in to set this up every weekend, as you say. What a shot there from Tanush.
That's a boundary.
4
That's a great
runs.
pull.
Went almost to the fence there.
Yeah. Tanush has been pretty severe on the spinners
Tanush,
so far.
Tanush, 5 more feet for the second 6, man.
Yeah, last game, Tanush's 6. That was a delight. It's, I'm just so happy to see Tanush's batting flower here. He's a busy guy and, can get to the crease and no hesitation whatsoever. His body language is positive, shows no hesitations. It's just beautiful to see that.
Yeah, he has a lot of clarity. Well, that's good to see.
Yeah, which cannot be probably said about Amit.
Yes.
But
Amit's
good to
camera
see the
work.
next generation having that clarity.
No, we are talking about camera clarity.
What a shot again!
That's
Straight
nice.
drive this time. Lovely batting.
That's beautiful shot. He picked the length very early there. Surya has been a touch expensive too today.
But full credit to the batsman there,
Yeah.
actually,
Yeah.
Anurag. I mean, had no problem bisecting long on and long off. That's the thing with the straight drive.
Yeah,
Taking
yeah.
the spinner on.
I think the spinners have been, I think the batsmen are dealing well with the spinners now.
Oh!
That's
Again,
all.
right? You straight away could see Surya pull his length back. Tanush quite didn't middle it, so went
Yeah.
off the top edge to backward fine leg
For a
for
single
a
there.
single. But
I think it's
clearly could have gone to
it's
the
a missed
boundary.
opportunity. If it's connected,
Yeah.
I think it's a boundary too.
Yeah, Surya responding to the earlier 4 by pulling his length back. You're right, Surya has been a touch expensive today. They started out well. But the last back 5 overs, you have to expect the runs to flow.
What a shot there by
That's probably out of the
Adwa.
ground.
That's out of the ground.
Oh,
For a
sixer.
Oh my god, the ball is gone there.
Jana padega
That's a beautiful shot.
we might have to go.
A wonderful shot coming down the wicket, middling it. The ball just.
I think I find this strategy a little strange that the captain has opted to keep bowling
Surya
spinners in the
So
death
late in the game.
overs. In the death overs.
They probably want a completed score.
Yeah, I guess so. And that's 150 up for RR. It's 155 for 6.
How many overs left to go?
4 more overs to go.
I think we are losing our battery again. You might see a black screen now. Let's see what we can do. I don't know whether you can even hear us.
You have a battery pack, right?
They can. Yeah.
Guys,
So we
you
have a
need to
back.
take the laptop off.
I just
No, you
powered it
put
because
on.
it's
Mansi
just
Kage.
came in
Look
because
at dancing. What is it doing? Is it stuck? No, it's fine.
What insurance does he have?
I don't know. Willow insurance.
Oh yeah,
Huh?
yeah.
Willow insurance?
Willow insurance. नहीं है इंश्योरेंस तो है वैसे बट
Still dangerous. Match ball. Let me see if I can find any. It's time to take a break from commentary as well.
thank you, Anurag.
Thanks, man.
this is coming out. Did the sink power on?
This nothing is on.
Nothing is there, right? Okay, hold on.
Yeah, there is something happen.
Okay.
Not sure if you guys can hear us. If so, please put it in the chat. We're still figuring out the video part of it due to the fact that we are running.
Yeah, we're running low on battery. We switched from our Duracell generator to a different
Yeah,
battery
so
pack.
I can hear ourselves. So from the mobile, yeah, looks like it's working. So the
Yeah,
the
we
li-
have
the
a.
live session is on, but the video is not on.
So yeah, bear with us. We'll try to get you the commentary. Meanwhile, so we are continuing back in action. The 31st over in progress. The net run rate is 5 runs and over right now. So 4 more overs to go. The score is 155 for 6. The Royals, I'm sure, are going to try getting to that. They would target 200. A score of 185 to 190, I think, is a
I think
must-have.
190 is a good target to have. Four overs, probably they can get like 40 runs.
Yes, they certainly can gel up a.
Tanush really looking good. 7 out of 14 at the strike rate of 200.
Advait right now bowling, continuing with his right arm leg spin.
The other batsman is at 27 out of 28 balls. Pretty good strike rate, I would say.
Tanush coming down the wicket, over the bowler's head for a single. Tanush's use of his feet has been outstanding today.
So Arvind, due to the lack of video,
Yes.
I think we need to provide a ball-to-ball.
Yes,
commentary.
let's transition from
Indian cricket analysis.
color commentary to ball to ball work.
Now it's a radio live.
Another flight to delivery.
Great shot.
Beautiful shot, but lovely work by Vernon at a deep long off to keep it down to
2
a
runs.
couple runs. Diving low to his left. It was a certain boundary, but he kept it down to a couple. Advait there coming down the wicket. A good ball, good comeback ball from
2 is not needed. Right?
Advait.
Only 1 and 3.
If you get first, get 3 up.
Only 3 up.
Yeah.
Which are the ones should be taken out?
Take 3. Take the one.
Meanwhile, the
one
bowling
out.
continuing. Another
3
flat,
and,
fast ball.
I think when you removed it, it became 4.
Played
Take the
to
1 out and 2 out.
mid wicket, fielded by Surya, keeping that down to a dot ball. Every dot ball now counts. Good over so far. 3 runs of
Yeah,
4 balls.
3 runs of 4 balls.
And as soon as I said that,
That's a boundary.
that's a beautiful shot lofted to cow corner for a 4. That was pitched a little bit short, giving enough time for the batsman to go deep in the crease for the swivel pull to 4. Beautifully played. Yeah, the captain has a lot of onus on himself for a well-made 33 of 32 balls. Oh, what a shot again! A swivel pull. falling just short of the fielder at cow corner.
Oh.
Aki, the fielder there, keeping that down to a single. That's the end of over number 32. So at this point in time, 162 for 6, 3 overs to go.
How many runs in the last over? I think it's.
That was that was around 8 runs in the last over. In the context of the game, that was a good over. I expect to see a bowling change. Perhaps the pace bowlers now will come back. Let's see.
3 overs left. 163
Yes,
for 6.
Vedant now back into the attack. Not surprising. They need a bowler who can hit good lengths and good lines. 3 overs, 18 balls to go. I guess around 25 runs on the cards would be. Both teams would be happy. A wicket can really change the dynamic here. Advait retains the strike with the single of the last ball. Coach Man Singh now setting the field. Fine leg brought up to the circle. Third man pushed down. We have a cover. The people on the fence are Anshu at backward covers. Long on and long off. Deep square leg. And third man. You would expect then the lines to be fifth stump. Wrapping the batsman on the pads, perhaps going down the wicket. A dot ball is as important at this stage of the game. "17 balls to go. Oh, a lovely pickup shot. Beautifully played on the slot. Played over deep mid wicket for a 6. That was a beautiful shot. Effortless placement. Good bat swing. It sounded sweet of the bat. No problems putting it to the backward mid wicket fence there. A wonderful 6 by Advait.
Yeah.
It was effortless. So good urgency being on show there.
I don't think score got updated, right? Should be.
Yeah, no, it just did. No.
Yeah, it did. 169 for 6.
No, you're right. I think it just says. Yeah.
It was 163 before it.
I see. The bowler's pondering whether there should be a field change. Oh, good pace there. Change of length. Keeping it on the off stump. That's the line that you need to bowl at this stage of the game. Anything on middle on leg is going to be dispatched. And really, Vedant has a good offside field, so he should focus on hitting that fifth stump, which is exactly what he did on the previous ball. 3 balls to go in this over. Again, kept on the offside. Well played by the batsman to the curve, keeping that down to a single. Anshu running to his left to backward point. Yeah, we're not getting any video feeds.
There's no feeds. You need to switch it off because
No,
we're just.
I don't know how to switch it off. So did I switch it off? Oh, you have already turned off.
Yeah,
This
there is no
power
camera
gone
feeds here.
There's no feed here.
Meanwhile, 2 balls left to go in this over.
Check with
7
Salman
runs.
who's coming there. See there.
Oh, Tanush has to go for the shot, but really falling in no man's land at mid-on. Surya collecting that, keeping that down to a single. You need a runner ball at the minimum at this stage.
What if the battery died even before 6 hours today?
Yeah.
It's not fully charged, looks like.
It looks like.
Last ball of the over coming up. Oh, gone down the leg side, cramping the batsman for room. Good, smart bowling there. At the end of the over, 171 for 6. 2 more overs left to go. 12 balls. I'm sure the batting side would want 20-25 runs. The bowlers would like to keep it down to a run a ball. A double change. Anshu now to bowl the penultimate over of the inning.
I heard even bowlers want more runs so that they can bat.
Very true. Number 3 of the penultimate over. A slight change in the field. Vedant being pushed back to the cover boundary. Advait back on strike.
176 for 6.
Oh, lovely shot again, but unable to penetrate. Mid off, keeping that down to a single. 8 balls left to go. Tanush back on strike. They have an aggressive field to Tanush. Vernon now brought within the circle. Surya on the circle at mid wicket. Really challenging Tanush to go over cover boundary.
Oh, great shot.
Meanwhile, Tanush goes straight for a wonderful shot. What a beautiful straight drive, going straight over on the bowler's head for a wonderful 4. That was played so well. Good timing, middling the ball, taking on the field. A fearless shot. That was a much needed 4 runs. This is a great contest, guys. Good bowling. That really was nothing wrong with the ball, but it was all about Tanush picking the ball early and driving it over the bowler's head for 4. Classy shot. KKR still, meanwhile, keeps the same field. If I were them, I would actually push Vernon onto the long off. That's very aggressive fielding. A shot by. Oh wow! A drop there. That was dropped. That was hit straight but flat and hard to extra covers.
They pitched on the grass. It should be a dead ball.
Oh, that was a dead ball. So that ball.
Is it a wide and dead?
No, it's just dead. It was a good ball. Just that it pitched on the grass.
If it pitches on the grass, though, it's wide.
wide.
Isn't it?
No. If it's a wide, it's a wide.
I thought if it pitches the edge of the grass on the mat, then it's a dead ball. If it pitches on the grass, I thought it was a wide.
No. If it's pitched first half of the pitch on the grass, it's a dead ball.
Oh, it was not. Oh, okay. Got it.
It's not a wide.
Oh, it was the. Yeah, got it. Yeah, so that ball pitched on the first half of the wicket, and that was deemed wide, deemed a dead ball. Oh, that is a good ball. A little bit wideish, but not called a wide. Certainly within legal delivery. Tanush couldn't reach out to the ball, but Tanush has been batting really well. This is a good contest. Last ball of the penultimate over coming up. Anshu has bowled a good spell. 3.5 overs, none for 20.
4 is up.
Oh, we have camera 4 back in action.
About 3.
Wide down the leg side. Done well by Adyan down to keeping it down, not letting it go for a bye.
Yeah, you need just 3 and 4. Man, you're
The Royals now, meanwhile, have crept up to 182 for 6. 7 balls left to go.
You're working hard. Sorry, I'm not knowledgeable. Otherwise,
No, that's okay. It's not hard that I am.
Salman Bhai has been busy keeping
even know what
the
you're
cameras
doing.
in play, switching them to the backup battery pack. Meanwhile, oh, what a wonderful shot by Tanush! That was a beautiful shot, opening his shoulders.
I think Arvind, as you called, if they pushed Vernon
Exactly.
to the deep long off, it's a
catch
on the
It's a straight
hand.
catch.
I
So
think
that
they-
was Tanush really took the game on there, took the field on. The mid-off fielder was kept inside the circle. Anshu pitched it on the slots, And Tanush opened his shoulders and blasted that to long off for a 4. I'm surprised to see the fielding be so aggressive. That could have been a catch straight to the middle of boundary, the long off boundary. But nevertheless, full credit to the batsman for taking on the field. The final over coming up, 186 for 6.
Do you think 14 runs is possible?
I think so. I'm sure the batsman are going to look for at least 10 runs. 195 to 196.
Oh, shot.
A good ball, but equally well played by the batsman to the cover fence. But Anshu keeps it down to a single. Good bowling. Didn't give the batsman. It was not in the slot. Tanush now on strike. Vedant bowling the final over. Oh, missed out on that, but it missed batsman. And was that a faint bottom edge to that? Yes, a faint bottom edge, straying down the leg side. Tanush got just enough bat on ball, and that beat short fine leg to the boundary. 4 runs for Tanush. Couldn't quite middle it, but got enough bat onto ball. And they have deep third man, but a short fine leg, and much needed for the Royals. Again, a good ball, but Tanush does well, driving it to long on for a single. Rishabh, Advait now back on strike.
Arvind, Tanush is getting a brilliant strike rate, 34 out of 16 balls.
That's amazingly well played, more than 200 strike rate.
200 strike rate.
And that really has been a continuation of what he's done for the last 2 innings.
Yeah.
I almost wish he had been promoted up the order today. But nevertheless, fantastic cameo from Tanush. Oh, ball there. Well bowled by Vedant. Rishabh had no choice but to go for it. And missing out on the line for a very well made 43 of 41 balls. Well played by Rishabh, by Advait. A good wicket, a dot ball, 2 balls left to go, 192 for 7.
Oh, from there.
Is that Ishan walking in?
Shishir.
Okay, Shishir now on strike, the new batsman in.
Last 2 balls.
2 balls left to go.
192, maybe another 4 runs.
Yeah, definitely. Sure, the batting side would like more than that, but yes, they would take 4.
I thought 200 was hard to achieve, but
that's
they
correct.
pulled it off.
That's very definitely true. Oh, what a wonderful shot! Straight up, but the ball going straight to long on for a single. This has been a good over, keeping it down to 6 runs in 5 balls, giving the strike back to Tanush
Last ball of
for the final
innings.
ball of the inning. The final ball coming up. Let's see what happens here. Oh, whoa! Wonderful shot by Tanush all the way to the boundary.
6
For a 6! Oh my God! What a wonderful finish to the inning. Beautifully pulled to the square leg fence by Tanush. Blasted a very good ball to the fence. Beautiful batting.
That's 40
What a
runs.
wonderful way to finish the inning by Tanush.
40 runs by Tanush in 17 balls.
That
It's
was
one
a
of the
phenomenal inning by Tanush. A 17 ball 40. You should have been here to see that kid blast off from ball 1. And the target with that going to being set to round 200. That's what KKR has to finish. Meanwhile, wonderful batting by young Tanush. 40 runs of 17 balls. A beautiful shot. Amit, what a shot. You saw that? Phenomenal batting by Tanush. Exhilarating batting there. Wonderful way to finish the inning. 40 runs of 17 balls. What an inning by Tanush. Just the right impetus that the batting side needed to recover back from a slow state start to set a target of 235 overs. Wonderful recovery by the Redmond Royals. Really wonderful batting. So Not Sanat and Jeet contributed, but runs coming down the order. Tanush looked in such good nick from ball 1. 40 runs of 17 balls, a strike rate of around 225. Combined really well with Advait for a wonderful 6-wicket pair. 199, setting a target of 200, competitive target, I should say.
At some point, they were struggling 85 for.
That's true.
5 or something, right?
So overall, Aki had a good spell, 4 wickets. At the break, it's really a competitive target. Hey guys, let's conserve the battery for whatever we can. So folks, we're going to switch off the live stream for a while. We don't have too much battery left, so we'll try to keep it going. We'll be back in around 5 minutes.
Serious score.
Guys,
मान सिंह आपने सबको कॉम्प्लेक्स दे दिया यार.
Guys, hibernate करेंगे.
स्केल करके.
क्यों क्या हुआ?
वॉल को.
Should we hibernate and
वो easy था एकदम.
सारे बच्चे